So we're gonna call the order the governance committee meeting for the IDA. The only thing on our agenda for the governance committee is the budget that was in our packets. Ken, do you want to walk us through that?
If you go through, obviously, with our operating revenue, there's some things that are consistent that we know of with regards to our existing pilot agreements and the agency fees we received from that. So some of these other ones, as far as revenue, could increase substantially depending on what types of projects we get going into 2023. And then if you look at it's the same with the operating expenditures at this point. These are, we just track going based upon the projections that we did last year. Things that could change in there would potentially be professional fees, depending if we have a project with regards to engineering and things of that nature. And then the only other thing that I don't want to talk about, we won't talk about it right now, but potentially in January, we come from our organizational meeting. I did bump up put some extra dollars in under salaries and wages. I don't know how that's going to play out yet, but that'll be something that the board would have to act on come our January organizational meeting. But just I want to put that in there as a placeholder, and if we don't spend it, we don't spend it. Other than that, Chair, everything is pretty consistent.
So can I just, I'm looking at it now, so I'm just gonna say that out loud. The administration fees, county, that new building.
No,
That one.
those are the ones that we do every single year. We have that contract. It was 15, 16 years ago. Was that $60,000? That's for staff services and the use of the building.
Okay.
For the agency. So that's just a contractual agreement that we do every single year with the county.
And then the professional fees have gone down quite a bit, right? They're going down, projected.
Yeah, projected, because and that's just the simple reason, Chair, is that we a lot of those professional fees have to do with engineering when we do projects.
Great.
Beta blend. Right now, we're currently into the Dollar General project, obviously, so we're doing a lot of professional fees right now with Prime AE, but going into next year, right now, we're really going to be out of property, so I don't anticipate that professional fee line up.
Perfect.
Going up much.
Anyone else have any questions? Carol, I know you're usually good at this. You're good? All right. Can we have a motion to forward this to the board for their approval, full board? Second? I can make a second, right? Yeah, I'll make the second. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Great, motion carries. We're gonna adjourn the governance committee for the IDA. Oh, motion. Do I need a motion?
Yeah.
All right, we have motion for adjournment. Thank you. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, anyone opposed? Great, meeting's adjourned for the governance. Sure. We're good with governance.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will call to order the Montgomery County Industrial Agency meeting. We stand in for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, justice for all. Thank you. First thing is the minutes from our regular meeting in September. They're in the packet. A second to look them over. Anyone have any changes that need to be made to the minutes that they saw? If not, can we have a motion to approve the minutes? Thank you. Second, Brett, thank you. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Great. Communications. I don't think we have any. Public comments. Don't see anybody. Is there good? All right, there's no one here, no one online, so no public comments. There's no chair's report, director's report.
Yeah, just a couple of items. Tomorrow we actually get the bids back for the western side demo at exit 29. So that's the bid opening is here tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So we'll keep you posted as to where those bids come in. Once they come in, obviously, Lero engineers will review the bids and then we'll take it to the county legislature with regards to authorization to proceed forward and fund that project. But, we'll see where the numbers come in at. We're anticipating anywhere from, hard to say, but right now, some of, we have estimates from 3.5 to 5 million, so.
They're hoping to do that.
No, it'll be November because they have to, it's gonna take a couple weeks for them to do their due diligence and then recommend an award.
Any idea how many bids you have?
We had a pretty good turnout for the walkthrough. I think we had upwards of 10 or 11 different contractors. Usually a couple will not submit, but we're hoping that we get at least 5 or 6 bids. So we're kind of curious as to where those are. All over the place, pretty much. A lot of New York State, but I think there was a couple from out of state as well. A couple of contractors that we had worked with before on the site did the walkthrough, so we're assuming that they would be putting in a bid as well. But I guess we'll find out tomorrow at 11. Another, just a couple other items. Dollar General has started the process with the Town of Florida Planning Board. They started that site plan review process. They've been before them for 2 months now. So we anticipate that that application will probably be sent to the county planning board probably sometime in November. We've authorized Prime AE to go forward with the Town of Florida Planning Board with regards to the subdivision of that property. It's going to be about 21 acres that we would be transferring over to Dollar General. You guys take a couple of actions in relation to that at the prior meeting, so that's moving forward. And then we've also authorized Prime AE to go forward with the subdivision on phase 2 of the Glen Park. That's the property that we're selling to Dane Logistics. So that'll be going through the Town of Glen Planning Board here shortly as well. So those two things are moving forward.
Public hearing is for Dollar General at the next one.
Yeah, and right now, as of right now, there's a lot going on in the Town of Florida with regards to that potential PUD off exit 27, but everything we've seen to the planning board, it's been pretty positive with regards to the Dollar General. Good specifically, so which is good. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. Everybody, this is Stephanie Battisti. She's our new economic development specialist with the county. She's in her 2nd week. So we'd like to welcome Stephanie aboard.
Welcome.
She comes in from DEC. So she's local, born and raised, I think, in the county. So she probably knows some of you, or has at least heard of some of you in a good way. So welcome, Stephanie.
Welcome. The next is the financial report. Sheila's out
Yeah,
due to family.
Yep, due to a family situation. As you can see, it's your basic financial report. There's nothing in there of anything substantial or any transactions. Obviously, this you'll see a lot of money coming in now when we receive the pilot payments come January and February. But other than that, Chair, it's pretty straightforward. In relation to the MC3 issue, Hotch and Russ is working on it. We do not have a deadline yet, Carol, but we'll try to pin Joe and Chris down on one. They've had some transitions at their office. So the one gentleman that was actually working on the MC3 situation has transferred somewhere else, and he's got a new partner working on that. So
How much is that?
it's pretty substantial. It's I think it's up to 500,000.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty substantial chunk of change. Obviously, cash other than that, we're in good shape. But we do want to free that.
Do you want to explain to some of the newer members what that? So
Yeah,
I think Brett is the one.
Yeah,
Right now,
it deals with, it was before my time. It deals with when MBT Bank, or actually it was Central National Bank at the time, built their headquarters, which was their headquarters at the time in Kansas. So it all relates to a transaction there, and it was MC,
It's the parking lot.
well, it's a part of the parking lot. We actually own that parking lot, and we were talking about that too. I think that comes up in 2025 or 2026, so we'll have to have discussions as to what we want to do with that park.
2025 is everything else.
Because we retain,
Here, it was 1995.
yeah, so we retain ownership of that parking lot, so we'll have to discuss, what we want to do with that parking lot situation, but it's a MC3, it was set up under the former MCEDC, so, it's an entity that doesn't really exist now. Yeah. so
We're trying to close it out and get our money.
Get the money back into the IDA account, so right
It's been a
now.
long process.
You see,
Since I
you
started.
you see that MC3 right now, that's restricted cash, and the idea, we can't, utilize those funds, so that's restricted cash, but it goes into our account.
It's illegal.
So yes, it's trying to unwind that, what our attorneys are working on. now
It's
for
been a
3
while,
years.
yeah,
And our accountants bring it up every single audit. So.
just to make that connection, because when we do that, when that comes out, it'll be.
So I will remind them, Carol, that it came up in discussion and that the board would like to see that remedy before the first of the year. We'll put the deadline on them.
Too bad Paul woman wasn't around, they would have taken care of it.
I was gonna mess with
So the final,
Probably that always meant.
We just need that.
so we do need an action item on the financial report. Will someone make a motion to approve the financial report?
Aye.
Thank you. A second. Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed?
Was that Lori?
It was Cheryl on the second, yeah.
Thank you.
The next is the revolving loan fund.
Yeah, Carolina Clubs has paid in full. So they paid off their loan. He was thankful for that. And the number one, that deadline is this coming Wednesday, so we'll keep the board posted on that, with the next actions will be in relation to that, but we'll make sure that you guys are aware of it throughout. Number 6. I don't know if Sheila had conversations with her or not. I mean, I think it's,
For a site visit.
yeah, I agree, we can do that.
If past 2 months, you should be right in your doorstep.
Right, well, we'll set that up next week, Carol.
Yeah.
We'll stop it.
I know at the last meeting, she had said she had called and right, at
Right.
the last meeting, I know
And then
Sheila
it's
said she
starting to start
called.
being
and
her
it was-
busy time.
This was gonna be the busy time. She would
Yeah.
catch up, but you're right.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe it's time to start restructure or something, so payments fit into her sales, or
Not a bad idea.
her wife needs to go shopping.
I was there 2 weeks ago.
We will, to let the board know, while we're up in that neck of the woods next week, we'll stop in there.
Oh, okay. And we don't need an action item on that one, but all right. Any other questions on the revolving loan funds? Marketing report?
Yeah, so we're still obviously, social media has been ramped up a little bit. We're doing small business of the month still. The kind of the 2 bigger items is working with Des Moines and our new website with engines of creation. So the Des Moines study, is pretty much complete at this point. The next phase is really the attraction portion of that. So they're helping us with some of the website design and how to kind of put our key industries in there. And I've been working with Enter the Creation to get that website up. So we probably will have a first cut of that within the next few weeks. And then with that grant with Des Moines, they're actually going to help us with some of the marketing. They left about 10,000 in our grant to actually go out and recruit these businesses. We have some flexibility of how we want to use that. They made some recommendations, but some of the things are actually getting those leads and then making the calls for the leads and kind of teaching your office and some of the employees how to go about doing that. So those are the 2 major items right now.
Have you ever thought of doing a business profile of the month where you just select a business in this economy, such as light manufacturing, professional, whatever, you're just not awarding them anything, but just doing a profile and showing what they're doing in terms of business in Montgomery County?
Yeah, so we we've been doing small business of the month, which is a nice feature and it gets, everyone seems to be happy about that.
Yeah.
A few years back, we had like a, successful thing that was a focus on business. That was a written thing.
Yeah.
Well, we've decided to pivot that and make it a video, feature. So, over the last couple of weeks, we've started to get out to, Mohawk Lifts and Power Pallet and a few businesses. We were at yesterday.
334 on Yellow Road, all the little stuff that's hidden around, it's actually big stuff, you know what I'm talking about? That guy who's got the machine shop out on 334 and on the
Not tempered.
Oh, temporary.
temporary, yeah, it's just so many things you can be poking at and.
Sure.
Meeting with the owner.
Now, he died.
Yeah,
Did
did
he
he,
pass
Yeah.
away?
is that still going?
Yeah.
The business still going?
I don't think about that. We never really had much contact with John and Temper.
Yeah.
They kind of kept to themselves and did their own
I think
thing.
it was bank.
I mean, if you have any, feel free to email us or just let us know.
Little segment. on it.
Yeah, so this,
We were meeting with the owners of it, I mean, there's.
yeah, so we're doing an
guy in this
interview with
county
the
makes
owners.
$30,000
Yeah.
Make the service sold all over the world, and people don't even know that.
Yeah, so that would be a great recommendation. So we're trying to pivot that into like a video feature just because that's the way things are going. People love video. And the businesses have seemed to like it because the ones we've been out to, basically, we're making them a free commercial that they can use on their website.
Not even so much, just
social
a
media.
picture of the owner, or
That-
their business, and then just a couple paragraphs, people eat it up and share it.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think, Andy's point, I know he's been really good if we've had any recommendations. that
yeah,
have Gone
feel free
out and
to-
done it even for the business of the month. So if
Yeah.
we want to do these spotlights,
Yeah.
if you know of people, please let.
or
us
even
know.
if you don't know, but it's
Yeah.
out here, we'll do the
If
research
you're
and
in a
figure out.
restaurant in New York
connections
City,
and
and there's a thing of rules of honey on your table.
Yeah,
Stuff like that, so many little
yeah,
gems around this area.
Yeah, even if we're doing some site visit or something, we can take a picture and do a small,
sure,
put
yeah.
right up to first.
And he has prices for the homeowners.
Okay.
Ownership in 2018 when John Road passed away.
And then, other than that, we've been doing, we're doing a little bit of tourism type stuff. In terms of, some videos, we've been out around the county and stuff, trying to do a fall video that we're putting together. So yeah, we're trying to push as much video as possible, get as many business sectors and also, different businesses that we can get to.
Is there gonna be a change in the relationship between the Fulton Montgomery County Chamber? I've seen a notification change of Fulton County was breaking away and doing their own in-house.
I know Fulton has done that. I would defer to Ken, but
Yeah, obviously you guys read the paper. I mean, Fulton County has done that and, the county executive, the county legislature, I'm sure we're gonna have a conversation with, the chamber with regards to what direction that's gonna go.
Find out this month. If they vote yes or no.
Yeah, just with everything.
either, I think we're preparing for either scenario, but we are ready if it comes to in our direction, I guess.
We've taken a more active role, I mean, through Matt's office and our office and Vinny and Morgan and Matt's office.
Yeah.
We took a lot more active role this year in tourism, so I mean, if, the board still chooses, obviously, we're ready, willing and able. We've done it before. We did it for 3 or 4 years, going years back through this office. I mean, we have the staff resources here to get it done without allocating any additional, hiring any additional staff. So we'll be able to, it will involve potentially us in the IDA with regards to some contractual stuff we have right now currently. So, we'll definitely keep you guys informed as to what direction or what, or if any role we'll be taking in that.
Perfect. Anything else for marketing?
That's it.
Ian?
Oh, just one other thing, Chair. I just want to let you guys know that we've taken a couple webinars already with the Placer group that you guys allocated at the last meeting, and I can tell you it's a very powerful tool. Once we generate a couple of different reports, it's very eye-opening with regards to actually looking at each individual tourist site, some of the businesses and everything. So we'll generate a couple reports for you guys so you can see exactly what we're talking
Where
about.
people are, how,
We
Yeah.
didn't
6
go right
months, a
into it.
year,
Carl and
sure.
Stephanie have added some points that we're looking to study further. So I think it's going to be very helpful for us as we get into our targeted marketing going forward in economic development and tourism. So,
Yeah,
Great.
when we talk about, Mandy was talking about pushing the videos and stuff. I was at High Miller Cafe in Fort Lee a week ago, and a group of bicyclists came, 8, 10 of them, older people, and, you know, I asked them how they found out about it. We saw it on the website. I saw a big article on the website, and run over and check it out. So, yeah, they're in Rochester.
Oh, well.
That's good to hear. Actually.
Yeah.
Stuff like that's really good to hear.
Yeah.
So you guys hear any things like that out there, just let us know. So it's beneficial for us.
Of course, I
You didn't greet them with your purple hair, did you?
like, it's your lucky day. Nothing tells you.
There you go. That's awesome. That's awesome. We don't have any unfinished business that I'm aware
No,
of.
we didn't. Sure.
So the new business is the, it was forwarded from the Governor's Commission, Committee with a positive recommendation for the MCIDA 2023 budget. This is an action item, so can we have a sponsor for that? Second, perfect. We do not need roll call, do we?
Oh, no.
No, so all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? Perfect. The second one is the Department of Transportation Acquisition Action Item.
Yes, what this is, and I think we did discuss this a little bit before I informed you, informed the board that DOT is doing a road widening project up along 5S next year. That they'll be going out to bid for this winter. And it starts just past the Schoharie Creek Bridge on 5S going east, just all the way up through past Hill and Mars. So obviously we own property in there, and because it incorporates a road widening, they're gonna be taking just under half acre from the IDA. So what this resolution does is authorize us to sign off on that, and for the appropriation, the agency would receive, their offer was $27,425. So it doesn't affect any of our projects or anything.
They're not
like
moving
that.
any more poles, are they?
In fact, they're actually taking out the poles that we
just paid.
yeah, some of those poles.
Really?
Yes.
All the way
Yeah.
down on the left-hand side as you're going east.
Yeah, so
I was joking.
for those of you know, for those of you that aren't aware, when we did when we did some of the work up in there, we had to relocate those poles off the road further to accommodate those projects, and it cost us a little bit. We did get some money obviously from National Grid to do that. Well, some of those poles are being relocated again, not at our expense this time,
That's
but
good.
DOT's expense. So
Are they gonna have turning lanes? Is that the plan?
they'll be turning, yeah, they'll be turning and climbing lanes. Yep. Yep. The only thing that they're not, and it's kind of perplexing, is they're stopping just to the east of Hill and Marks. So, you know, the road is wide as you go
Yeah.
past the Alpine House going west, and then it narrows down through the S's. Those S's are staying the way they
They're
are,
not gonna
which is
fix
kind
the
of,
S-curves.
yeah, which is kind of,
There was an accident there at the S-curves yesterday.
I don't know, because you know, there's a couple houses up in there that are for sale and everything, so that is kind of perplexing that they wouldn't, you know, 'cause it's such a small piece. It's like probably you're less than a quarter of an acre, a quarter of a mile. I'm surprised they just didn't try to take care of all of it. It's a pretty large project that they're doing now, so I'm surprised they didn't go further east with the project, but no, they're not doing anything with those assets as of right now. So that's not part of the package. So this is it. I mean, obviously, this is an appropriation, and that's the IDA's compensation for the property. That's based on an appraisal that they did.
Perfect. And that's just an action item too. So could we get a sponsor for that? Great. I'll second that one. All in favor? We do have to do a roll call on this one? Okay, so roll call. Sorry, and
That's all right. Brent Fetterplace,
Yes.
Matt Beck,
yes,
Carol Shinneman.
Yeah.
Mark Kowalczik's out, Amanda Ricky is out, Cheryl Reese,
Hi.
Yeah.
Lori Weingart. Motion passed.
great. I know. There's nothing else, right?
No, there isn't. I'm not sure, timing with a couple of projects, if we'll have to have a meeting in November, but most likely December, we will have a meeting, so I just want to, we'll have the meeting. I'm not sure yet, it just depends on timing of a couple of projects, but if we don't, I just want to wish everybody, good Thanksgiving.
Perfect. You as well. Motion for adjournment. Thank you. A second. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Perfect. Meeting's adjourned.
Oh, thanks.
That's true. That is true.